free time on our hands and family is tucked safely away in their beds, I thought it would be fun for us to do a live stream for the Noel ComiX YouTube channel. You know, I know I streamed on Friday with my best buddy and lovable friend Santino, but I don't know. It's Memorial Day weekend. I got a little bit of time on my hands, and I'm just in the mood to be around friends, even if they're digital friends. Mainly, I'll tell you what's been going on here. All right, my neighbor has these two really fat, adorable bunnies. Yes, hello. Guess what, Taylor? So let me tell you what's going on here in my neck of the woods. Konnichiwa, Diego-san. So there are these two fat, lovable bunnies that my next door neighbor has, and they're like domestic bunnies. They're not wild bunnies, okay? And he's constantly got them outside unsupervised. And I got no beef with this guy. I've had nothing but friendly relations with this guy, albeit he seems to be eccentric and a bit disruptive to the neighborhood. Not my beef, whatever. However, I really like those bunnies, and I'm concerned because there's a lady next door that takes care of cats, some of which are like feral cats that she feeds. And, the house on the other side has got dogs, and these bunnies are just like fat and they seem like smart enough to know to run away, but they're not like wild rabbits that know how to like really book it, because every once in a while you'll see a wild bunny in the neck of the woods where I live, and they're like there and then they're gone. They're like super fast, right? These bunnies are just like fat and friendly, and like if you come to them, they'll freeze up, and they know how to kind of like mill around. My wife tried to pick it up and it ran away from her, so that's good. At least it can outrun a human. And she runs half marathons, so she's reasonably fast. But nevertheless, I'm like really concerned about these bunnies, and I talked to the cat lady, my neighbor, who takes care of the cats, and she's also concerned about them. So, the guy's girlfriend finally came up, and I'm like cock blocking these cats, right? These cats are like always like kind of eyeing these bunnies, and I'm like, I'm not like being mean to the cats, but I'm just like, hey cats, how's it going, cats? Go away, cats, and they're just kind of like, eh. So, but like this fat white bunny, it's like sitting in his front lawn unsupervised. And, eventually his ex-girlfriend came, and I said, like, hey, is that your bunny? And she kind of like shooed it inside and shut the door behind it. But, yeah, like at least I can get some sleep knowing the bunny's inside. And I've done what I can do, but like, it's not my bunny. Like, I don't want pets because I get too emotionally attached to pets. But it's not my bunny either, but like I'm to the point where I'm considering like buying a giant cage and just taking in these bunnies. There's like two bunnies. One of them's a fat white bunny. The other's a fat black bunny. And I don't want to take in these bunnies because I got two kids. I have allergies and I have video games. They're plump. Yeah, I hope they're not. Don't even joke about that. They as long as they stay inside and there's people around them, it should be fine. They also need to be in a cage. But I don't know, man. I'm just to the point where I'm like almost contemplating taking in the bunnies, but like they're not even my bunnies. They're the neighbor's bunnies. I can't kidnap rabbits. I can't bunny nap rabbits, Plus, who even knows if these two bunnies are like boy and girl? I mean, this whole thing is a gigantic clusterfuck of like adorable bunnies and anxiety. So, I don't know. I ramble on, but yeah, I've been praying to Saint Francis all day. So, for those of you who don't know, Saint Francis is the patron saint of animals. So, good times, good times. Da 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 da. Hey John, how you doing? So yeah, I don't know. I was just talking about how there's these bunnies that are like they're like these domestic bunnies that have recently been taken in, and they're like unsupervised, and they're like they hang out in my backyard, and like they're welcome. they can live there if they want. I don't care. I'm just worried about like there's a lot of outdoor cats that, and then we got like I'm constantly like being Superman to protect these bunnies. So I'm really happy you're live now because my birthday is in 40 minutes. Well, happy birthday, John. All right. Very cool. Very cool. That's awesome, man. Um, how old are you gonna be, man? And do you have anything fun for your birthday planned? It's also pretty cool that your birthday happens to fall on a Memorial Day weekend. So you're gonna be 33. That's your Jesus age, man. Very cool. I remember when I turned 33. I was like, wow, Jesus really did a lot more than me by the time he was 33. But he's Jesus. What are you gonna do? So. What else do we have to talk about aside from my bunny drama? Um, I don't know, pro wrestling news. There's an AEW pay per view tomorrow. 33 years ago, I was born right on Memorial Day. Ah, very good, very good. Well, nice, man. Very, very good. Um, my daughter just had a birthday. Her birthday is Cinco de Mayo, so I got to make sure I raise her right, so she's not going to turn into a party girl. Or if she's going to be a party girl, at least she should know how to party and party with dignity and discretion and perspective and a reasonable lack of hedonism. So you don't have to get blackout drunk. It's not a birthright. You know what I'm saying? So. In fact, I think young people getting blackout drunk, being socially promoted, is basically, a plan by the capitalist class to be able to kind of retard, the revolutionary, tendencies of young people. They don't want a cultural revolution on their hands because, it's going to be really hard to wage a revolution if you're drunk on your ass. I mean, not that I'm saying I necessarily want a revolution. Certainly not a violent one, because that we're not in that kind of situation, and I don't think rarely, if ever, you should be in that situation. But I definitely think that sedating young people with alcohol and drugs is not a form of liberation. It's a form of oppression by the ruling class, to use some Marxist rhetoric. So. But I digress. I digress. Anything interesting going on in politics? I heard DeSantis announced his candidacy. I'm not a big fan of that guy. Yes, Waku Waku 7 is playing in the background. I have the Super Console X going. So I figured we'd, just kind of mess around with that just to kind of kick us off here. Yeah. I actually was, I've kind of got in the mood to turn this on because I was playing some ROM hacks with Santino, and I just thought to myself, like, hey, why don't I, pop in the Super Console X? That's got a lot of interesting stuff on it, including like a really weird hack of Sonic 2 that's kind of aesthetically laid out like the Sonic Saturday morning cartoon. And I've said it once and I'll say it again. I don't like the Sonic Saturday morning cartoon. I'm one of the biggest Sonic the Hedgehog fans you'll meet. As you can see there's a plush Sonic in the background. You can see I have a Sonic, Sega Genesis box over there. I have my Sonic 2 poster that actually came with my Sega Genesis games laminated. I have a Sonic Game Gear poster laminated. I have just various Sonic stuff in the room. But the point is, man, is that Sonic Saturn sucks. And I'm going to tell you why it sucks. It's way too dark and weird, right? The Adventures of Sonic the Hedgehog, that was awesome. That was hilarious, and it fit right in with the lore of the video games. Sonic X, that's awesome. The Sonic's OVAs from Japan, those are awesome. Sonic Underground, I didn't really see too much of, so I can't really judge it. But I'll tell you one thing, I did not like the Sonic Saturday morning cartoon, and I've tried to like it. Yeah, I think it's got a decent theme song. I like the animation. I don't like Robotnik's character design. It's just it's too dark and weird. And Eggman is supposed to be like, yes, he's a bad guy, but he's supposed to be a funny bad guy. Like they turned like that Sonic cartoon into some weird animal Holocaust resistance thing, and it's just a weird, dark, awkwardly kind of the narrative tone is awkward and weird. So I don't know. So I'm not a big fan of Sonic Saturn, but I do think it's interesting when I see Sonic Saturn video games. So yeah, about the possibility of your controller key fob. I found out it can power a wristwatch with two AA batteries. Man, you need to your goal in life needs to ultimately be making futuristic communication devices, John. I think that would be very cool. So, um, you know, we already have Apple Watches, but you could still get the whole like Captain Picard pin that you kind of hit, like, did it Picard to bridge? Tell number one I need aid taking a number two, kind of thing. So, I don't know. Anywho, I digress. So yeah, let's. Oh, it was kind of funny the other day. I was doing some boxing, and do I want to help you? No, I do not want to help you. I like you. I think you're a cool dude and a good friend, but my technological know-how is not great. I know how to screw around with my video games and some video monitors, and that's basically that's. I mean, I can kind of tinker with things, but I am no engineer. Yeah, it was funny though. I was boxing, working with a kid, trying to teach him what I knew about boxing, and his 11th grade regents was coming up. Yes, it's good that you were half kidding. It just it's just like I was trying to like kind of tutor him and in boxing and U.S. history at the same time, which is a couple of my favorite things. It looks like I'm going to be teaching 11th grade next year, which is going to be different. I hear there will be less sex moans from the students, which will be good. Like, it's not unusual for me to have a student, kind of a socially awkward student or kind of loudmouth, lovable loudmouth student walk in and just go, so like, I was asking some of the 11th grade teachers, I'm like, am I gonna get like sex moans next year? And they're like, what are you talking about? So I was like, oh, okay, that's good. So yeah. Although I am psychologically quite a reasonable part of my psyche is still 13 years old. So it's, I've ever lived in. So there's that. Would you wants to be a YouTuber? Well, it's interesting. And I mean, I'm certainly no grand YouTuber. I have, I think, 1,875 subs right now. Um, so slow and steady wins the race. I don't know, dude. I think there's two types of YouTubers, right? There's the honest YouTubers, and then there's the YouTubers who are kind of playing the game to grow their channel, right? And the honest YouTubers, and I'm not trying to like, they're people like me. There are people who are doing like, documentary style videos on obscure Japanese video game companies. They're yeah, like there's a difference, right? There's people who are, talking about like lost media from, like the 80s and 90s, about like cartoons and stuff from Japan, and then there are the people who are trying or also people who like people who film their TVs, people who are still doing the old school YouTube type stuff, and they're just doing YouTube as a way to express their self-interest, a way to express themselves to like-minded people, a way to I guess fill a void with things that are I guess considered not mainstream in terms of other kinds of YouTubers who are You know, they're worried about things like editing. They're worried about things. I mean, I do think you need to be concise in how you talk, but there are people who are very slick with their editing. There are people who are, you know, like constantly looking at, you know, monetization trends. There's people who are, you know, trying to do YouTube shorts strategically. There's people who are, you know, obsessed with making kind of eye-catchy clickbait thumbnails. There's people who are, you know, they look for just kind of I clickbaity type stuff, you know, and it's done, you know, you can tell that YouTube is a job for them, and their job is to get clicks on their channel rather than getting through, I guess, market manipulation rather than, you know, earning it. You know what I'm saying? It's like they know their audience wants to get mad at something, so they're going to tell them something that's going to get them mad so people can kind of tune in. Right. And I mean, and it's a fine line between being a voice of the voiceless and a parasite on something that you don't like that's actually perpetuating what you don't like so that you can market off it yourself and make money off it yourself. Right. So um I don't know, man. Like I see YouTubers who are, you know, they're very much like they found a niche with some kind of political audience, and they just want to keep talking about the same types of things because they'll just keep getting the same types of viewers. And no, I mean, I think that can ultimately backfire because people will probably just get tired of being pissed off all the time, and they're saying to myself, why am I listening to things that piss me off, you know? Um so I don't know, man. But I mean, like I said, I mean, the best advice I can give anyone is to, you know, express yourself honestly. And if your honest self expression is addressing something online that's not being addressed, that should draw eyes to your channel and it should help people discover your channel. But I just think the YouTube algorithm is you know, very much geared toward promoting certain types of channels. There are channels that get a lot of clicks, like, you know, so like if you have like a million subscriber channel, those videos are going to get pushed out there. But even those types of channels, if they're promoting a political perspective that's not considered completely kosher to YouTube, they're, you know, going to be less prioritized in the, I guess, stratosphere of the prioritized channels, right? And I do think that YouTube has a bias toward, you know, kind of corporate content, right? Um, it's not like it used to be, right? Where, you know, some punk off the street, you know, can just kind of set up a webcam and, you know, and build an audience that like, I mean, I have had to, you know, struggle, you know, for my sub count, you know, but it's a labor of love, right? Another thing that will help you, and I don't mean this to sound sexist, is be a pretty girl. Pretty girls will get subs. I mean, and it's like, it's no hate, you know, it is what it is, man. You know, like guys want to see pretty girls talk about what they like. And it's going to be easier for a pretty girl. Like if you found a pretty girl talking about what I'm talking about, guaranteed that they're gonna have like, you know, 100 times my sub count. Like I'll give you an example, and this YouTuber is one of my all time. She's one of my favorites. She's awesome. I've never seen a bad video from her. But like Sakura Stardust, her YouTube channel, she's a pretty girl, right? She's shy, but she's a pretty girl. So like her content is phenomenal. But I mean, I think it helps her that she's a good looking girl, and but I will tell you this, like, like she doesn't put herself on camera that much, you know. But I do think it helps that she's a pretty girl. You know, Lady Decade, Top Hat Gaming Man's wife. You can tell she gets a lot of simp clicks. I mean, and she's kind of older, you know. But like she'll like some of her videos are like interesting, but I think like a lot of her videos are just like stuff that like nerd YouTubers covered like 15 years ago, and she's acting like she's covered it for the first time, you know. And all these people are in her comment section going like, "Oh, you're so great," you know. It's like, okay, whatever. I mean, I don't mind, hearing someone talk about a topic that I like, but it's like she's certainly not. She's not breaking any news stories, and neither am I, by the way. Like, I mean, I'm all for YouTubers just talking about stuff that they like, honestly, and genuinely. But yeah, I mean, like, someone like Amaranth, like, I mean, she literally just has a YouTube channel where I mean, she like started out as like a video game person, I believe, and now she's just basically trying on clothes. And just for her trying on clothes online, I mean, she's a millionaire, Why? Because she looks like a sex goddess, and she's just basically doing erotic yoga stretches and trying on bikinis, and like, that's all she's really got to do because she's got that look. And I do get annoyed at I remember there was some girl named like Susie Lou or Cindy Lou. I don't know what the hell her name was, but like the quartering and all these guys were like straight up like harassing her because, I mean, she seemed like kind of a dick, but like, it was clear they were just mad at this girl because she was a girl and she was getting clicks because she was a girl, and not because, like, it's like she didn't like live that life, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, but when you get to those disgusting, creepy men in the comments section, sorry, but then you get those disgusting, creepy men who go in the comments section asking for some fun. Yeah, well, but like, here's the deal, right? I mean, like, you're not going to get a fun time being a creep in the comment section. Now, I mean, it also depends on like what is the spectrum of creepy that we're talking about here, like, because like I think we're kind of to a point now where like some guy who expresses his admiration for a girl, online as like a fan and might, say something like, wow, you're sexy or something like that, like that could be construed as creepy as opposed to like, something like pornographic, which really would be creepy and inappropriate, so and and simping is never a good idea. Like, you're never going to get a girl's respect by simping for them, um but no, I mean, like, people like Amaranth and Pokimane and Sniper Wolf and what's her name? I can't even think of her name. Alinity or something. Like, I don't know. Like, I got no problem with them. Um, I liked G4 when it had like kind of like the pretty gamer girls. And I think the lack of the pretty gamer girls really hurt the channel when they tried to make a comeback. But it's just that you know, you put it this way, having guys appreciate a pretty girl, I don't think is a bad thing at all. And those girls are certainly looking for attention and appreciation. Um, Being obsessive and, like grossly, like talking about like explicit things in comment sections and things like that, like that's not good at all. Um, but at the same time, it's like, it's like the type of content that they're putting out is, kind of inviting. You put it this way: you shouldn't be making those comments, but you shouldn't be surprised that those comments are happening either. So, um, and also, girls like guys who just kind of go for it, but they should go for it in a smarter way. So, but I digress. But yeah, if you're a pretty girl, that's like, oh, Shoe on Head is another good. Like, she's really good, but like she was a pretty girl that got a lot of attention, just being kind of a more kind of a prettier version, a kind of a prettier, smarter version of the quartering kind of, like. So I don't know. But yeah, being a pretty girl totally helps your content. Like, if you're a pretty girl who knows how to play video games and can talk to a nerd crowd like me or whatever, you're gonna be you could be very, very well off, and you could put effort in, but it will come much easier to you, I think. Um, but it is what it is. I mean, there's pros and cons to everyone's hand that they're dealt. Um, to me, I don't know, man. I think that if you just put out good content, you'll find some degree of an audience. And I mean, the way that I do things probably isn't that smart. I mean, the way this is another roundabout way that I should have said this like way earlier, but my YouTube channel, I try to have like just my own self expression on the channel. So it's like everything that I'm interested in is on my channel, like, Lost Media, International Channel, VHS tapes and preservation, my own artwork, my own comic books, random Japanese pop music, video game reviews, live streams. I have sections where I talk about philosophy and religion. I have sections where I talk about sports. I have, a YouTube Shorts section where, I'll like upload clips of me training on the heavy bag to random music. I just, my YouTube channel is kind of like my own personal cable access channel that I use to express myself, but like that's probably not great for clicks, like because the way that people would get clicks is to find like a channel devoted specifically to a certain topic and really hammer in that topic. And it's like, this is the channel I go to for this. Whereas, my channel is just like a little bit of everything. I mean, I want to be like I want to be like Ted Turner in the sense where, when he had his TV, when he actually had control of the Turner networks, he just put whatever he wanted on the Turner networks. It's like, I like baseball, I like professional wrestling, and I like Gilligan's Island. So you know what's going to be on my channel? Gilligan's Island, professional wrestling, and Atlanta Braves baseball. Oh, I married an environmentalist woman. Well, guess what? Captain Planet's on the channel now. I have liberal politics. Hello, CNN. So I kind of liked that he just like it was like his own personal YouTube channel. Like the channel, like the Turner Network Television was truly what, like, I like kung fu movies. Put on the new, let's do a new Kung Fu the Legend Continues. There are some people who upload videos of themselves eating food, and that's what you can do if you yeah, there's some weird ASMR type stuff, which again, that's fine by me. I don't care, man. I personally don't. I don't know. I'm not like. There's some like kind of kid, like some kind of like baby ASMR type stuff where it's like they'll show like a tire driving over bubble wrap or stuff, or like a tire driving over potato chips or something like. I remember Santino used to watch those when he was little. But yeah, ASMR. I will say, like, the only kind of ASMR I kind of find interesting is like vintage electronics ASMR, where it's like, people turning on like clicky computer monitors. I don't know. My personal favorite YouTube stuff, I like videos about Lost Media. I like videos about Japanese pop culture. I like, particularly from the 80s and 90s. I like video game news and reviews. I like professional wrestling weblogs and podcasts. And I like independent media news that is kind of Chomskyan in its analysis of American hegemony, because I think cable news is, bought, sold, and paid for by the intelligence apparatus and its advertisers. So, like, you're not getting, really good quality information. You're getting, like, you're getting the elite. You're getting, the hegemony of the ruling class through what is considered to be our, accessible media. So, and I think the best independent media uses the words of the people that they criticize as sources, right? Like, they're not making something up. Like, if they think some Washington Post article is bullshit, they take the words of the Washington Post article, contrast it to other things, and show how the words of, like, let's say the Washington Post article undermine itself. Like you like the best journalism shows contradictions and hypocrisy and falsehoods, not fabricated, but through like the actual words of the people and the friends of the people that they criticize. So it's like, well, where are you getting this information from? It's like, I'm getting the information from the establishment newspapers, and the stuff just doesn't add up. Like, because these two articles like are like from the same newspaper, and they totally go against each other, and they're saying one thing on the one hand and another thing on the other hand, and it's not done in a complimentary way. It's done in a way that sounds like a child is lying. Or if you cover news sources, and the stuff that you're criticizing, you notice that they're not making evidence-based arguments. They're just, using things like bully tactics and not giving evidence and things like that. So those are the types of independent media, I think, that are good. Things that use official media coverage. They critically analyze it. They find the hypocrisies and the contradictions in it, and then they also find problems with the way that things are covered. Are people making evidence-based arguments and providing actual evidence, or are they just providing hearsay, conjecture, and bully tactics to try to get people, and like kind of psychological manipulation to try to get people to buy into news stories. So you can find remedies to that if you look online. And I mean, my kind of base for being critical of the media is, again, Noam Chomsky, but he's kind of fallen off in recent years. I think Donald Trump kind of broke his brain, and plus he's got this young wife, and young by his standards. I mean, he's like 93 or something, but like he married some like 40-year-old or something, and I'm sure she's filling his head with a whole bunch of bullshit. So I think Chomsky's analysis on things since Trump got elected has been weak. But if you look at things like manufacturing consent and necessary illusions, and deterring democracy, like those are really good critical analysis books that Chomsky made about American hegemony. And I think that to the extent that you analyze media through those lenses, that's very helpful, I think, in order to be able to call bullshit on your own establishment media when it's appropriate to call bullshit. I'm not saying that all establishment media is wrong all the time. I'm just saying that it's not a reliable source of information. Hey, Nick Darling, how you doing? Well, I'm sure I've just gotten myself kicked off of YouTube for saying that. I'm not telling you to go listen to Alex Jones. I don't think that Alex Jones is a good source personally. And any establishment source any anti-establishment independent media source you listen to, you should always look at it this way. It's like, is it saying something? Is it saying something, and then is it being substantially contradicted by the establishment narrative? Because if it is being substantially contradicted by the establishment narrative, then you've got a conversation happening. But if it's not being contradicted by the establishment narrative, if it's just being called, Russian propaganda or something like that with no evidence being presented, and it's just showing a topic that the establishment doesn't like, and and rather than actually refute that topic, they just scream Russia. That's a good indicator that something important is being said that powerful people don't want you to hear. So there's that. I don't know. So there's my take on media that you can find on YouTube. And I mean, like, and like, for example, like, I don't know. I mean, if you want to know like what channels I listen to, things like that, that's fine. But I can try to tell you. But I try to listen to people that address things that are not being addressed in establishment media narratives. And again, another good thing to listen to on YouTube is old philosophy lectures from the Teaching Company by this fat Duke philosophy professor named Rick Roderick, who is like simultaneously everything that's right and wrong with academia, like all at the same time. He's got a lot of good criticism of mainstream culture and the media, and he does it from kind of a Marxian point of view. However, he also has all of the kind of out of touch, kind of woke narcissism, ivory tower bullshit, um, where he'll just kind of like bemoan the banality of society while claiming he stands for the working class, and that a lot of that comes from his, I think, intellectual class affiliation, his kind of acceptance of Nietzsche, who is, I think, a philosophical dead end and an elitist. So like it's interesting. If you want to see everything that's right and wrong with academia, go listen to Rick Roderick. But he's got some really good stuff on postmodernism, and he's a phenomenal teacher. I mean, a lot of my teaching has come from watching him because he's really good at utilizing pop culture and mass culture to kind of get to the gist of things. But at the same time, he thinks he's better than everyone, which is bullshit. Um, you know who else is good? This guy's from a Christian college. His name is Louis Marcos. I have his structuralism lecture on my channel. It's the best lecture on structuralism I've ever heard. It's phenomenal. It really teaches you how to analyze things in terms of both vertical power relations and horizontal chronology of time progression. So, anyway, I've gotten so far into the weeds that like I was asked like how to what's my advice for like good YouTube, like, and I was basically saying like you can either be yourself or you can play the game. And that got into me, talking about thoughts and independent media and now obscure philosophy lectures on YouTube. So, um, have I seen the new Fast and the Furious movie? I have not. Is it good? I think the franchise is cool, but I have not really seen any of the movies. So, you know what? We've been talking for 37 minutes about lost neighborhood bunnies and all other manner of nonsense. So, let's play some video games here. Do 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 do. Okay. It's awesome and it's good. Good. I'm glad that it's awesome and it's good. Just trying to get this positioned right here. Okay, here we go. Okay, here's Joseph Joestar right there. Dandy J, my friend Totoro. So, I didn't see all of it, but I popped in on Vink from Famicom Dojo's live stream, and he was playing, I think, Waku Waku 7 on the Sega Saturn, which I believe has a very good soundtrack. How do I... Is there a way you can change a level on this here? Yeah, whatever. I think I sort of stuck at level 4. I don't really know how to get into the dip switches here. It's be Dandy J. Now, I don't exactly know how the controls are on this controller, but that worked out well. Yosh. There we go. I'm always a big fan of these video games that do like a really good job with doing like anime trope characters. Yeah, you'll be in 4 minutes. You'll be 33. Well, enjoy your last 4 minutes of being 32. Thankfully, everything is kind of slowed down in terms of aging, and when you're in your 30s, you're in your 20s. When you're in 20s, you're also in your 20s. When you're in your 40s, you're in your 30s. So, I mean, age really is a lot of it. I think Mark Twain had a good quote about it. Like, what was it? If age is a matter of the mind, and if you don't mind, it doesn't matter. So, oof. Ah, man, couldn't jump that. No, man, just like I really do think it's just hang on to each time. Never let go of the positives of all the parts of your life. Damn it. Oh, I got him. Was watching Sailor Moon, Sailor Stars the other day. It was like really stupid episode where like Tuxedo Mask goes to America to study, and then his plane immediately gets blown up by like the bad guy. It's like that was like really dumb. There we go. Yatta yatta. Thank you for that compliment, John. Let's see if we can get him here. Damn. Ah, he got me. All right. Oof. Oof. There you got him. Weird that I'm stunned because it's midnight now. Well, happy 33. He's got me cornered. Ah, he got me. Oh, man. All right, let's try that again. Damn it. It's like something out of Marvel vs. Capcom right there. Darn it. There we go. My mom texted me saying, I can't believe my baby is 33. Aw, Mom. You'll always be her baby. Yeah, I knew that wasn't going to be good. We'll give this one more go, then we'll see what else we got here to play. Oof. There you go. Darn it. Barely beat me. Let's try this again here. Ah, he's got me cornered again. Let's see if this will work here. Oof. Do it, man. Go. Dude, you like went into that charging thing. Ah, well, that's enough for now here. Valiant effort, but not today. Unless I can figure out how to lower the difficulty. There's always that. So, what else we got here? KOF2, be the fighter. Is this the Super Plus one here? Let's do a couple rounds on it. SVC Chaos, SNK versus Capcom. Oh, it's Plus. It's not Super Plus. We don't need to play that one. We should play the... If we're going to play it, we should play... Play Super Plus. Super Plus has got everyone. Including Athena. Sega Naomi. What do we got here? Street Fighter 03. Let's give it a go. We should play some kind of weird games, but every time I see Street Fighter Alpha 3, I cannot turn away. Unless this just straight up isn't load, and then I'll be forced to turn away. Which I think it froze. Now it's working. Ooh, this is upper. I wonder if there's a way for me to mess with disk control cheats. I can't see how to... I don't know if there's any dip switches here. Whatever. Screw it. Let's just play. Resume. Dude. Yeah, we're going to be Cammy. We're always Cammy. I might read the front of the term pig out. I'm going to have the Rock Sports Bar and Grill for lunch and my mom's house for dinner. Nice. I love the Rock. That's a really cool place. They got good food. I'm friends with one of the waitresses there, and my jiu-jitsu coach built the place. Sega Naomi runs pretty well. It's a wee bit choppy. Not too bad, though. Yes, sir. Why isn't my super move working? Are you talking about Becca? I'm talking about, yeah, I'm talking about Becky. Yeah. Sha. Man. I don't know why I can't do my super move here. All right, good work, Cammy. Well, that worked. I still can't do my super move. I don't know why. I'm hitting double Hadouken and kick. New Rose. This level's got really good music. Lisa and the Cult Jam over here. I wonder if some of Cammy's moves are different in the console version, but I can't be. This game just got such good music. This really is like the best Street Fighter game. Oof. I mean, really, like, the pulse pounding music, the really good anime art, the fluid game controls, the really, really dynamic Victory poses. Just really good stuff. Come on. The utilization of Street Fighter, you know, the movie, you know, turning the anime movie basically into a video game. Almost got him. KO. Time to face his strength. These like emulation boxes, I mean, they work really well with like the kind of 16-bit style stuff. Really like Neo Geo on down is like, it's basically perfect. Once you start getting into Dreamcasty, Sega Naomi stuff, it starts to get really kind of hit and miss. Arcade games, same thing. You know, the newer arcade games run a little wonky. Character development in these games was also great. They did a really good job capturing the spirit of each character here. Go for it, man. Almost. There we go. Another great thing about this game was the victory poses. I know Street Fighter 6 is coming out soon, but I don't know, man. I mean, I'm sure it's fine, but I don't know. Some of those character designs and just, I don't know. So it's kind of, I don't know, there's some things that just doesn't quite feel like a Street Fighter game from the previews that I'm seeing, you know? Like weird lobbies and transvestite, like, you know, MCs and just, I don't know, it's weird, man. Oof. I'm so close. Got him. Close one, though. Thank you. I agree. I did do a great job. My mom is right. I am special. Here comes Birdie. Hey. Now, Birdie is someone who is organically racially swapped, and it was fine. You know, it's basically a reference to Mickey looking white in one game and black in another in Art of Fighting 1 to 2. Oof. Yeah, I was relying too much on my heavy kick there. I'll lose. Got him. There we go. Thank you for that. There we go. Nice win. There we go. Another thing I like about this game is how they use like the original Street Fighter style voices for the characters that were in the original Street Fighter, like Birdie, that like I'm #1. Like that's exactly the kind of thing that they would say in the original Street Fighter. Or Sagat say, try again, kid. Funny Katana from Final Fight here. Kimco. I'm like switching from the D-pad to the analog, so man, I'm gonna have to go back to the D-pad. I mean, yeah. D-pad's like more precise here. There we go. One more. I'm gonna make this one here. Yeah, not that one there. Eat, call, eat, call. Alright, we're done here. Alright, close content. That was fun. If I had a better control panel here, I would play more, but the pad layout on that's all wonky. Okay. There's a Mega Drive here. "16-bit Rhythm Land." Glay Lancer. We actually have the cartridge to that. Akira. That was an unfinished game. Played the Japanese Aladdin. That would be interesting. What is Amiya Adventuring? Well, I don't even know what this is. But there's no artwork on it, so I'm intrigued. Oh, this is a Phantasy Star thing. So these are like, I think like text adventures. All right, this does look interesting, but I'm gonna go out on a limb here and not do a text adventure. Mainly because it's late-ish at night, and I usually get tired playing them. So, I'm the first person to wish you a happy birthday. Well, I'm glad I have that honor. It's good stuff. Art of Fighting on the Genesis, Monaco Grand Prix. Babies Day Out. Baby Doom. I don't know. Balls. Barbie the Supermodel. Bare Knuckle 3. Shut Up and Jam. Barney Hide and Seek. Batman. No, Batman. Batman Forever. That is such a piece of shit. That is such a terrible game. Battle Golf for you. I have the cartridge of that. Battle Mania. The game looks pretty cool. Beavis and Butthead. Bible Adventures. Ooh, let's play Sailor Moon here. I have the Super Nintendo version, but I've heard that it runs slower than the Sega one, which usually is the case. The Sega ports usually run faster and smoother. They got Vector Man. Yeah, they do. Hey, Nintendo 70. I'm going to assume I put it to easy and gave myself 7 credits. Let's be Sailor V. As long as I've known you, I can't see you playing Barney or Barbie. I would like to get the Genesis cart of this here, translated into English here. Yeah, I can. This definitely controls faster than the Super Nintendo one here. Love me, chain. I think the only problem with Sailor Venus is going to be, I don't know. Maybe we can. I was going to say, I didn't know if that chain was going to leave blind spots for me to get hit, but it looks like I can just walk right up to him and punch him in the face, so. Some cake. They actually are playing the original Sailor Moon right now on Pluto TV. They ran through the Sailor Stars batch they just were going through. So they've started it back to the original series, which kind of got me in the mood to play this game. Music's great on this version. Not that the Super Nintendo one had bad music, but this is definitely a better version here. Gameplay's faster, and I think the music's a little catchier too. It's broccoli head girls here. Come on. One day, I'd love to see Sailor Moon crossover with Ronin Warriors. Hell yeah, that'd be awesome. Ronin Warriors was cool because it had a Pet Shop Boys song for the opening. Well, I mean, it was like the Japanese version of it. I think was actually better. I mean, this is a really good Pet Shop Boys song, but I actually think the Japanese version of the song was better than theirs. Alright, there we go. Alright, elevator time. Time to throw some... Oh, there's one of them. More. Okay. This is a good use of my super move here. It lowers my health when I use it. Feeling a little drowsy. I think after this I'm going to run to the kitchen and grab a snack. We did start streaming later than normal. I actually just finished doing a new version of that teaching comic book I did. This one's all nice and toned, and it's cleaned up, and it's, you know, it's the same artwork, but, you know, improved. The comic was called Paolo and Noel. Man, these guys are too good. Oh man, these guys just go down already. Oh man, come on. Your jump kicking will set me free. Going up now, that's good. That's always a good sign. Dude, these hordes just keep on coming, man. Maybe it's because I'm tired and hungry. Okay, good times. I need a snack. See what's going on in chat land here. Hobo Brawl. One day, yeah, I already said that I'd like to see the crossover with Sailor Moon. That would be super cool. Okay. Oh man, I'm sore. Been walking the baby around in the carriage a lot today. And it is 12:39. Maybe we should play some Sonic hacks and dive into the old VHS tapes. It's Memorial Day weekend, so I have the ability to, you know, stream, you know, tomorrow as well if I really wanted to. What do we got here? Oh, we have a giant watermelon and leftover hot dogs because my parents came over for a barbecue. Cold hot dog, I don't know. Maybe. We have a bag of chips here. You know, perhaps some Sonic and Knuckles hacks. That would be interesting. Check that out. I really want to get, I gotta download some more hacks because there's a whole bunch of them. And there's not as many on that console, that I've seen. But yeah, Sonic Hacks does sound good. I definitely want to show that Saturn one, and yeah. Here's a snack for you. It's a barbecue chip. Nom 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 nom. So, you know. I've been seeing clips of the AEW Fight Forever video game. Looks good, man. Yeah, it looks like the Aki wrestling games. It's made by Ukes, who did Evil Zone, which is one of my favorite games. And, you know, I heard Kenny Omega was pretty involved in the development of that game. And Kenny Omega's a legit gamer, so should be good. I am looking forward to AEW Collision, because I am someone who likes Saturday wrestling. You know, prime time is a good spot, and Rampage is just in such a terrible spot. Like, there's no way they can seriously have that be their B show. So this is good. We now have like a Nitro Thunder equivalent here. Except Nitro's kind of in the Thunder spot, but you know, it's definitely nice to have an extra 2 hours, because AEW has too much talent, too little TV. So after WWE, I have no idea what's even going on there. I've been watching a lot of Lost Media videos. And I think it was talking about like A Day with SpongeBob before. This like alleged, you know, budget SpongeBob, you know, for like Walgreens and stuff. But there's no evidence that that came out. There is like an equivalent in Iran called SpongeBob in Tehran that is basically that. I'm not a big SpongeBob fan. I have no like beef with SpongeBob, but like I find his Lost Media stories fascinating. I don't know. Good times, good times. In terms of Lost Media, I still haven't been able to track down that Game Boy song. But we'll never give up. Did I see the trailer for Mortal Kombat 1? I did not. I heard that Jean-Claude Van Damme is going to be the Johnny Cage skin. I should totally check that out. They need to have it match the aesthetic of the original, though. The original Mortal Kombat was like bright and vibrant. It had really good music. In my opinion, best aesthetic of the whole series. Unquestionably. Alright. One more bite of chips. Then back to some gaming. They rebooted the series. Interesting. Well, I've said it once, I'll say it again. Mortal Kombat was unique when it had digitized actors. Um, when it doesn't have digitized actors, it's just another fighting game. All right. No more chips. Let's play some Sonic. But before we do that, let's wash the chips off my hands. Got a little punching bag for Santino here. I like to mess around on it sometimes because it's got a little bounce back to it. All right. If this stream goes a little shorter tonight, don't be surprised if we do another one before I go back to school. It has been a pretty long day. All right, let's move over this camera here. Do. All right. We will play Sailor Moon another time. Sonic. Sorry, didn't mean to do that. I have an actual cartridge of The Lost World. Mortal Kombat 2 Unlimited or Mortal Kombat 1? Let's go back to that here. Say we're gonna do some Sonic. Let's do some Sonic. I've heard Pocahontas is actually pretty good. Pocket Monsters 2. There's a Pokemon game on Genesis. That is interesting. It's got to be some weird unofficial Chinese game. Psyblade. Moving Adventure. A, B, C, D, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S. Oh, yeah. We were playing this game with Diego, I think it was. Or no. It wasn't Diego. It was International Channel 4 Life. This weird, like Portuguese game. This game looks interesting. Shura no Mon. Okay, Sonic. We could play some. Let's play some Sonic Crackers. Sonic Crackers. This was the unfinished kind of prototype to Knuckles Chaotix. This controls a lot better than Sonic 3D Blast, and I like Sonic 3D Blast. Okay, gotta reset this, it looks like. sure you have some Sonic jam with your Sonic crackers. I've always liked that joke. Yeah, I honestly think this game controls a little better than Sonic and Knuckles. Well, I was never like a huge fan of this weird rubber band mechanic here. Are we stuck here? Oh, come on. How do I switch to Tails? There it is. Alright. There we go. Whoa. I mean, like, one thing I like about this game better than Knuckles Chaotix is, like, it definitely plays faster, but... dude. That rubber band mechanic is, like, really weird. Let's try this again here. The other thing, too, is that, like your partner can, like, kind of... The momentum can work against you here. I'm kind of stuck here. Much like Daddy Pig. I'm stuck. The hell was that? That's game over? Alright, whatever. Okay, that's the end of that. Weird game. Potential, but not all there. Tried that game out before. I remember playing it on my friend's IBM Sonic Eraser. What the hell is Sonic Jam 6? Sonic Jam 6 from Taiwan. I bet this is like a mega Master System game. It's not loading though. That's kind of disappointing. I was kind of curious to see what it would be. It's Sonic in a Mario world. That's weird. Yeah, it's not working, sadly. Sonic 3D Blast, Sonic Spinball, the Japanese version, Japanese Sonic 1, Sonic Saturn. Here's the Japanese Sonic 3. Let's check out the Sonic Saturn one. I was having some fun with it earlier. But it is weird. There are some glitches with it. Although I wonder if I switch the emulator, if that makes a difference. Yeah, it's really weird how they use Sally here. Alright, whatever. Let's do our level select here. 19. 65. 9. 17. Sega. I wonder if we can beat the game. I wonder if they're gonna have Tails fly Sonic in the plane or Sally. When you play Sky Chase, they have this really glitched out Sally flying the plane. Well, I'm not sure if that's across the board or if it's just I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. I'm not sure if they're gonna use Sally for the flight scene. Is what I'm trying to say. Because like you played a Sally in Sky Chase, but they might try to bring back Tails too. 4, 1, 2, 6. Yeah, Supersonic now. And I do like this sprite of Sonic. I do like that cartoon sprite of Sonic. What were you doing with the numbers? Reminded me of the opening in my locker in Cortland. Wish they had Shadow. That would be cool. Yeah, so they kind of just like change the color palette to make everything like just generally darker. And they have the ugly Robotnik in the background instead of like the kind of cool walrusy Eggman. Oop, that's too far back. Ah, darn it. One too many. Oh, man. All right, we gotta try this again here. Sega. All right, nothing. Here we go again. I actually don't remember the debug mode off the top of my head, but I do remember level select and supersonic. Two, three, Bal. I always like to stand like a badass action hero with my back turned to Metal Sonic because he explodes. So the spin dash in this game kind of has that like cool razor effect to it. Alright, time to be careful here. Jump. Ah, damn it. I'm tired and not paying as close of attention as I should here. Alright, come on, Noel. What the hell is my problem, dude? Normally I can just, you know, buzz through Death Egg, pun intended. There we go. All right, I just got to be careful. All right. Just let it lock on, and then we'll scoot a little bit. Get out of the way of the arms. And we'll repeat. I mean, there's like some people who can are really quick and careless about hitting Robotnik. I'm pretty conservative about it. Just kind of hit him when he's most vulnerable in his pattern of attack, and all right. Slow and steady wins the race, Noel. Man, I really love the music in the Sonic games. I know I've said it before, but it's worth repeating. Really does a great job of building dramatic tension. Oop, that's it. Okay, let's see what my ending is here. We still get Tails. I wonder if they're gonna make Tails brown. Thank you, John. Yeah, the Supersonic sprite they even made look different, which is pretty cool. Yeah, it's still the glitched out Sally. I wouldn't have even used Sally. I mean, like, I would have just done a color palette change on Tails. Alright, good times, good times. I am the only Canadian you know. Yatta. We're like Super Saiyan Sonic. You are not the only Canadian I know. I actually have a Canadian student. On the mini the At Games Sega Genesis HD have an SD card in it, and I meant to say HD, not SD. I don't even know what I said. It's so late. On the HD At Games Sega Genesis, I have an SD card, and on it I have this hack of, and we played it on the live stream, me and Santino, of like Sonic 1 with Amy. And it's pretty good. It's weird though, because you don't jump on people, you hit them with your hammer. So it's a really kind of interesting. It's not better than Sonic, but it's interesting here. All right, let's play something else here. Normally I'd be all about sitting through the credits, but it's just I'm getting tired. So that Soul Blade game sucks. Sonic 3. Just out of curiosity, let's check out Japanese Sonic 3. I'm sure it's identical to ours, but I don't know. Just out of curiosity. I've never met a Canadian in my entire life. First Canadian I've ever met. Nice. This game runs very smooth on this console here. A lot of the time, you know, you feel like Sega games have like lag or something like that. It's just very fluid playing. Alright, come on, Sonic. Oh, this is going to give me nightmares tonight. Damn it. Oh man, I'm too tired. My reflexes aren't good enough. There, let's move the rock out of the way and do a little spin dasharoo. Bwong, bwong, bwong. There you go. Alright, that was clearly a Michael Jackson sample there. Oh, come on, Noel, hang in there. Just like getting really tired, but at least want to beat the first level in Sonic 1 here. Come on, Sonic, jump, jump, jump. Alright, you're good, buddy. Alright, let me jump this. Yes, we can. No! Let's go there. Alright, let this one fall. We'll take the bubble shield. And we'll so power walk into that box. Do 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 do. It is very interesting how Sonic 3 went from like this super common game to like, you know, pretty expensive, despite how common it was in America. And down goes the water, and also down goes Sonic. Ah, damn it. There you go. After this, I think we'll probably check out some iChannel tapes. Oh, no, I missed the checkpoint. No, I didn't. Or did I? Okay, come on, Sonic. Alright, up and over, in and out. That's what shoe tying is all about. Whee! Okay, 1, 2, there we go. Ah, damn it. There we go. Yeah, this bubble shell is pretty cool because you can like bounce around like a ball with it. Up. Okay, so let's go here. I think Tails is invincible. He can eat those shots like a champ. Oh, come on, Noel. Alright, here he comes. Good work, Tails. Santino is here. Run now! No! Damn it! Santino's really good with using Tails to attack Eggman. Alright, what we got here? Your Canadian Noel is American. I'm Mexican. U.S. North Americans. Yeah, we're all Americans here. God bless the USA. Okay, let's wait for him to come our way. And we'll begin the festivities here. Got him. All right, good deal. You beat Act 2. Oh, Knuckles, will you ever learn? The answer is no. And we're going to play something different or just stop right here because I'm getting a wee drowsy here. So why don't we check out some international channel tapes? It's about that time. Oh, and I'm about that tired, so we'll check out some icy tapes and then we'll catch some Z's. I'm actually gonna go grab another snack. Try to keep myself awake a little bit. Oh man, so tired. Okay, it's 1:18 as per usual. We always end up streaming. You know, we always end up streaming. You know, like till just about 2. I have no idea what we'll pull on VHS, but hopefully it's cool. Anyone in the chat doing anything good for Memorial Day? Hanging with family, getting ice cream, working on your tan. All viable options, too. Celebrate our brave men and women. I mean, I'm not opposed to converting miles into kilometers or vice versa, so I'll take whatever you give me. Okay. We're tired. We got a mouthful of chips, but we got a VCR with some tapes in it, so let's get them rocking and rolling. Oh man, okay. Do. Okay, let's This is a good tape. Let's pop it in. Okay, what do we got? Toonami Dragon Ball. Oh, this is a great one here.
You must be Frieza, the one responsible for the horrible chain of events that have taken place on this planet.
The proof is in the pudding, don't you think, huh?
I don't care if you're 1,000,000 times stronger than me, Frieza. Mark my words, I'm not going to let my friends down. So get ready, Frieza,
this
time you're going down.
Man, this is like totally my youth right here. This is like 99, 2000. I'm watching this for the first time actually on Toonami and being blown away. It is actually interesting. They found the JBBO, the Johnny Bravo talk show, where he is like kind of fast narrating an episode of Dragon Ball. It's been rumored to exist in a while, and on this tape they do have commercials for JBBO. So it was like one of those things where like people kind of knew it existed, and then they found it, and it was like really cool when they found it. Just got to notice that YouTube has detected copyrighted audio video, so we'll kind of avert our eyes here. Ooh, here we go. Now they're just kind of recapping all the stuff of Krillin getting blown up and Goku turning into a Super Saiyan, and well, I don't think we can get in trouble if it's fast forwarding, so. Oh, yeah. Okay, hang on a second. Like, we gotta check out the awkward closing here, which I hated at the time, but now I find charming. I was all like this big purist. It's like, I must hear the Japanese, which the Japanese is like unquestionably better, but it's not that this version doesn't have its merit and its style too.
Stay tuned for scenes from the next exciting episode of Dragon Ball Z. On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z, it's down to the wire as Goku tries frantically to escape the exploding Namek. With all hopes of communication lost, Goku's friends are left in the dark, praying desperately for the Saiyan safe return. Can Goku defeat the odds and escape from Namek with his life? It's an episode not to be missed next time on Dragon Ball Z.
I really like that part. They do one of these when it's like, they do like, next time on Dragon Ball Z, Z. Krillin's in the house.
They're in their
Like,
biggest
what?
adventure yet. On the mysterious island, they'll brave the big water, dodge shark teeth, and hunt for food with the help of an old friend. Cartoon Network's Cartoon Theater presents The Land Before Time 5, premiering Saturday at 7 on
They did a
Cartoon Network.
fifth Land Before Time. Good old Toonami. I don't know if these would be of any merit to someone seeing or not. I know there's like some people that really dig these, Cartoon Network type things. I mean, I personally was always kind of annoyed at things like this. And I'll tell you why. Not that I didn't like them, but I really wanted to hear the Japanese opening and closing credits on the anime. And they'd always like say, "Oh, we just don't have time for them." It's like, dude, you have these really long bumpers like for the commercial breaks and stuff. Like, I don't need to see your AMV on Elmer Fudd, but what I do need to see is the closing credits to that anime. You know what I'm saying? So.
Coming up next, it's the Bugs and Daffy Show, followed by the Flintstones on Cartoon Network.
My name's Anthony Sullivan, and here's another great invention for around the house. It's called the tap light. Just tap.
The good old tap light.
Conveniently sits or mounts anywhere. You can wall mount tap lights as well for places where you need just a little extra illumination but don't have a light fixture, like this closet. Tap light gives you the right light where and when you want it, and use it to illuminate a dark stairwell or provide light for an outdoor party or walkway. Tap light can even replace a broken interior light in a car and is safer than candles for a storm that knocks out the power supply. Similar lights cost up to $10 each. Call now and you'll get 4 tap lights for $19.95.
Well, that's like a reasonable. Like usually they're like other tap lights went for $50 a piece, but it's like, nah, they're just like $10. We'll give you a little bit better deal here, so.
Right now.
Call the next 2 minutes, the tap light will...
It's a Gundam! Ugh, good times, man.
Certain conditions must be met for total peace.
Oh man, Gundam Wing was just the freaking best, dude. Honestly, like, fun fact here.
First, all weapons must be
When
and
so like every once in a while they'll do like student teacher swap days at school. So I swapped with the English teacher, and the class that I taught was an episode where there was a class where I showed an episode of Gundam Wing, and the kids had to write about it. So it was good stuff. So I think it was actually this episode, maybe not. Because I remember I went to a Christian school and they said something about having a drink, and then like everyone was kind of like gasping, and then Catra was like, well, as long as it's non-alcoholic, and then like everyone laughed. So, oh man, okay, I don't know if you guys remember this or not. There was like this AMV that they did about like outer space or something like that. You know, let's check out a little bit of it here.
I wonder how long I'll be able to see the moon like this.
The majority of people living in space are either technicians or laborers.
All areas functioning. Looks like we won't have any interference this time.
The shuttle will soon enter the atmosphere. Please be sure to fasten your seatbelts and remain seated.
Oh, Relina's dad, you're so
We're ready
screwed.
to enter the atmosphere.
Next time we go out to space, how about leaving yourself a little bit of free time? Talented people are capable of understanding us.
Anyone who sees me has got a date with his maker.
Gundam Wing will return in an
Duo, he's so cool. Tsunami, the rising sun.
Come and get it.
3 hours of Tsunami programming.
Consider ourselves fortunate.
It's not even a school day. Tsunami, the rising sun. Saturday from 9 to noon.
You just made my day.
In infamy.
Very few people know this magical golden channel. Yeah, it was a time to be alive. Hey, it's Goldberg.
Tangy, fruity, chewy, spree. It's a kick in the mouth.
E-Charger's flying machines, the smallest motorized planes ever, with a micromotor that charges in under 10 seconds. Just charge them up
I mean,
and let
you
them
know.
rip. Feel the power of real flight. E-Charger's flying machines, each sold separately, batteries not included, from Spin Master.
The dubbed version of Dragon Ball, like, again, at the time I really wanted to see the Japanese version, but you know, the American version was the first version that I saw, and it got me into it. So, and
The first toothpaste
I always liked
surface
watching
whitening
it, even
by
though
polishing the surface stains.
the Japanese version is really what I wanted. And I would, you know, there ended up being some Bruce Faulkner songs that I actually liked quite a bit, but you know, I always, you know, bemoaned the fact that I didn't get the original Japanese soundtrack, which, for opening and closing credits, like, that was like much better in Japanese. But for some of the like in-show tracks, Faulkner did have some objectively good stuff. His Mystic Gohan song was great. And he had some other good ones too.
Gundam Wing now continues.
Oh, I gotta see that here. I love that bumper for Gundam Wing. Hopefully we don't have to edit all this out, but because Sunrise gets pretty picky about stuff.
After Colony 195.
Gundam Wing now continues.
So basically, this is the kind of the climax of Gundam Wing, where heroes fighting Zax, and he ends up winning, but it's certainly a struggle. So I don't know. I always thought Catra's Gundam was cool, and I kind of liked his character too. I liked how Catra's Gundam had like the Arabic swords, Here we go. Here. Was this the last Gundam Wing? I think this was the last Gundam Wing.
Why is it that you never pay your respects to Mr. Miliardo's grave, Miss Noin?
Because I don't need to.
Huh?
I know that he's still alive somewhere out there.
Excuse me, Vice Foreign Minister Dorland?
Huh?
I'm wondering, are you off to Earth again?
Yes. It's important that I get the Earthsphere delegates to review this terraformation project ASAP.
Oh dear, that's
not to be confused with the a weird clone of Master Shake who wanted to de-terraform the Earth, and he was just like a melted milkshake with a boombox growing out. Oh look, it's Hero posing as a flight attendant, giving Relina a birthday card.
Hero!
Next time, hand it to me in person.
Yeah, Hero and Relina have this like weird relationship where they're like constantly giving each other invitations and ripping them up. So ooh, look, it says the end rather than to be continued. I love this instrumental here.
Now a few adjectives to describe Cartoon Fridays. First, there's a huge hour of Dexter at 7, followed by another gigantic hour of the Powerpuff Girls at 8, and then there's the funny Ed and Nettie at 9, scary Courage the Cowardly Dog at 9:30, bodacious Johnny Bravo at 10, and intellectual I Am Weasel at 10:30. That's a whole new level of cartoon bigness starting Friday at 7. Is bigness an adjective? Somebody check that out, will you?
But it's game over now.
Stay tuned for DBZ.
Every night we have to write reports and
Man,
all these chapters, and it used to
my
take
two
me
favorite
forever.
animes.
Then I couldn't remember what I read to answer the questions. Man, I hate it.
Am I okay? You hear me coughing? I'm fine.
Reading problems.
All this pollen in the air is kind of bugging my asthma.
Correct.
Homework doesn't throw me off now. Everything's coming.
Jackie Chan. You, Skate. Owen Wilson.
Do exactly as I do.
Ow.
Okay, we gotta work on that.
Shanghai Noon.
I'm not gonna walk with you if you walk like that.
Rated PG-13. Starts Friday, May 26th.
Air Hogs Hydro Rockets. Blast off. Only Air Hogs Hydro Rockets feature the
Know the feeling. Yeah, word, man.
Just pump it up. The more you pump, the higher they go. Once you've locked in your coordinates, fire. Air Hogs Hydro Rockets reach heights over 150 feet.
Look how high they go.
Air Hogs Hydro Rockets, the only one with the autofill loading system. Real performance, real wet. Air Hogs Hydro Rockets, new from Spin Master. Also available Air Hogs Warp Stream.
There's nothing more painful than watching your child struggling to read. It's even more difficult not knowing how to help. But now you can with the phonics game. The fun, fast, and easy way to teach your children the reading and spelling skills they need.
Like these parent testimonials here. My kid was an idiot, but now thanks to the phonics game, I'm not ashamed of him anymore.
And be learning at the same time. Get the phonics game. It absolutely helps.
The phonics game is so effective, we promise one full letter grade improvement in reading or spelling on your child's next report card, or your money back. That's a promise and a guarantee.
they can be proud of the job they did. They made a new city in space.
Start helping your child today. Visit our website at gamestolearn.com or call the toll-free number on your screen. Order the phonics game and we'll send you the American Heritage Children's
I will
Book
tell you, the
CD-ROM
gamification
free.
of education,
Call
I
the
think, is a
phonics
good
game,
thing.
because a child who reads has a better chance to succeed.
Kids learn, I think, better when they play games.
Doubleheader on TNT. First, Heat Knicks Game 3. Then, the Suns defend the home court when Shaq and the Lakers head to Phoenix. Lakers Suns. Coverage begins tomorrow night at 8. Win? I'll go home.
Should have been right about the time that James Brown was on Nitro. Ernest Miller.
Awakened me from my slumber.
Look at that thing. I've never felt a power like this one. What are you? Allied to good. Nightmare to you.
It shall be done. On the last episode of Dragon Ball Z, Frieza's evil plan to dominate the universe finally fell apart. And so did Frieza. With the plan.
Okay, so I think this is the one where they're like, you know, oh yeah, Krillin's in the house. And my friend and I always used to go, who was So, you know, they used to, at this time, you know, have this like Budweiser commercial where these guys would just be like, what's up? So, yeah, it was very much on the brain in the late 90s, early 2000s here. So, I'm not. John likes my ironic phonics quote there. So Goku, he's you know, getting blown up there, or is he?
Dad really won.
This was a good scene here. Even though the English is awful, you like the announcer. It's definitely got its charm, you know. I've come to understand it as something different and distinct, but not a replacement for what I prefer.
He was stuck with no way out. When Namek exploded, Goku went with it. He's gone.
Hold on, guys, there's more. Goku didn't make it off planet Namek before it exploded. He's dead.
Huh?
What a bummer.
Bulma, what are you doing? Are you nuts? You're not giving a weather reporter announcing the score of a football game. The kid's dad just died. I could have done a better job than that.
Duh. Now listen up, P-Brain. I'm the one with the real inside scoop, not you. What would you say if I told you that with the Dragon Balls from Namek, you can wish people back to life more than just
I don't want to get into too much trouble here, so I want to like avert the camera a little bit here.
Can all be wished back. You're all coming home. How'd you like them apples?
This was still at the time when Bulma and Yamcha were dating, so, you know.
But just chill. You dork. I was always the brains of the outfit when we were together, and you were always the brawn.
Oh, man. Same old Bulma.
Yamcha, what's up? What's going on?
It looks like we're going home.
John lives in Cortland with me.
That means you, too.
Me? What's the deal?
Using the
At least last I knew.
Balls is a great idea, but I'm afraid it won't help Goku and Krillin.
Why not?
Well, when the dragon restores someone's life, he brings them back to the place where they died. But Goku and Krillin died on Namek.
Oh, I get it now. Namek isn't there.
Yes, you hit the nail on the head. Namek's gone. What a shame. It was a great idea.
But can we try it anyway?
Of course you can, but I already know what would happen. Trust me.
One thing about King Kai's voice in the American version, I just did not like. What? Like, I don't know. It was really odd. It was a very odd choice of voice, you know. Again, it's not like a bad thing, but like, this is very different than the Japanese version. Like, the Japanese version, he just sounds like an old, kind of funny Japanese guy. In the American version, he sounds like a fish with a speech impediment, which again is not a bad thing. It's just very distinct. It's very different. So.
I'm sorry, guys. Really.
What's wrong, Bulma? You look sad.
King Kai, he said
Yes, his English voice is very funny.
Goku can't come back. If we wished him back, they would go to the planet Namek, but the planet Namek's gone.
Dad? No way!
I used to watch this episode quite a bit, so
I'm sorry, Gohan.
on this tape.
I told you, didn't I? It looks like my prophecy came to pass after all.
I need someone to polish my boots and call me Lord Vegeta.
It was nice of your dad, kid. Getting rid of Frieza like that for me. What a guy. He served his purpose.
Jerk, you're nothing compared to him. He spared your life twice.
He shouldn't have been so soft, should he? And what should I do with Kakarot's son? Destroy him now so he doesn't destroy me someday? Don't sweat it, kiddo. You're the only Saiyan left besides me. That makes you a very important young man. We're the last survivors of an ancient race. Besides, I need someone like you at my side to polish my boots and call me Lord Vegeta.
My dad will be back, you watch.
Your dad is history, kid.
Hey, you leave him alone, jerk!
Gohan.
Are you challenging me, kid? I wouldn't recommend it. It's your call. Go ahead.
My dad will take care of you. And he will be back!
Yeah, Gohan's quality stuff right here. Ooh, he connected right there.
All right, kid. That does it. If you want to challenge the Prince of all Saiyans, you can. But I promise this fight will be your last.
I really hope I don't get in trouble for showing all this Toonami stuff, but it really is interesting, I think, to watch, so.
You're making a big mistake.